Hey everyone, in today's video I'm going to be talking about whether I had any regrets after I got my ICL surgery done. And this should give you a very good idea as to if you're looking to get your ICL surgery done, things to look out for because nothing's 100%, things can go wrong. So let's get into this. So, yes, I did have some regret once I got my ICL surgery done. If you haven't watched my other videos, I strongly recommend that you watch them. So I went from my journey from getting the ICL surgery done and to problems that I faced throughout the journey until everything was rectified. So February 2023, I had my ICL surgery done for both eyes at the same time. Everything was going well. About 5-6 months later, the right eye lens rotated and I had infection and it was painful. It was a horrible experience that I would love to try and forget, but it still kind of, you know, comes into my memory and I remember it. It was horrible. It lasted for like 2-3 weeks. It was like the right eye lens was, working as expected and I was able to see it, and all of a sudden it was like blurred vision, and then eye was going red. It was really itchy and I struggled for a couple of weeks, maybe up to a month actually. And because I didn't get my ICL surgery done locally, I got it done about 100 miles away. I got it done about 100 miles away from where I was living. So it wasn't easy for me to go and pop down there. So at first they thought it was probably just dry eyes. They told me to keep on using the eye drops, just the normal eye drops to, clear the dryness of the eyes. So eventually, about a week and a half, 2 weeks later, I was really struggling. I couldn't really work. I couldn't really focus. I normally work and I use monitor screens pretty much all day, and I wasn't able to look at the monitor screens. I even had to change to the dark mode. That's how bad it was. And I went to the accident and emergency in the hospital, and they had a look. They said, "Oh, it's some kind of infection," so they gave some eye drops. During those 3, 4, 5 weeks, I just kept on having thoughts, and I was regretting, what did I do? Maybe I should have just stayed with the glasses. This is really affecting my life. And not only that, what made it worse was because you're paying a lot of money in the UK, you're paying a lot of money. Whether it's 7, 8, 9K British pounds, we're talking about. That's a lot of money. Yes, it's cheaper in other countries, in the Asian subcontinent and other places, but here it's a lot of money. And I went through a really, really rough patch for about 4 or 5 weeks, and yes, the problem did get sorted in the end. And so let's go back. So 3, 4, 5 weeks, I was using some drops. The doctors gave me some steroid drops. So, and my eye pressure went so high as well. And that, if your eye pressure does go really, really high, you're at risk of having glaucoma. And that was horrible experience as well. So in the end, about a month later, I went back to the clinic in London, and what they did some checks and they confirmed that, hang on, the right lens has rotated slightly, which is why you're getting blurred vision and the problems that you had with your eyes. So in a way that's good because they were able to diagnose a problem, but the solution to that was to have another surgery just for the right eye. And I mean, the first surgery I had in February 2023 wasn't bad, or it wasn't painful as such, but it's just that kind of experience. I really didn't want to go through that again. and there was no alternative as well. So it was either you live with what you have, or we will replace the right lens without, of course, any other costs involved. So, and I decided to, you know what, I can't live with this, and I'm really struggling. So I thought I'm gonna get the surgery done again. So at that time, so this was like around about August time, where they confirmed that, look, we will need to replace the lens, and I said okay. So the date was for about September. Although around the July August time, I wasn't having pain or discomfort or anything. It was just the blurred vision by that time. The infection was gone away, but the blurred vision because of the lens rotating was still a problem. So come September, I think it was around September 2023, I had my right eye lens replaced. Now you can watch the video for that experience. It wasn't a bad experience. It was pretty good, and also the recovery time was pretty quick as well. But the point of this video was I did have some regrets during that time, and although the chances for this to happen were very, very low, it still happened, and it's always a possibility that it can happen. I wouldn't blame the doctor or anything like that, because both of my lenses, the sizes were the same, but now I think for the right lens, it's a slightly bigger lens that they put in. So yeah, that was my only regret, and it was just for during that time. Yeah, during that five odd weeks where I was really, really struggling, and it was a horrible experience, more horrible experience than the February surgery recovery time. That wasn't too bad. Yeah, if I was to compare it with the uh, issues that were going on during that time. So overall, apart from that short regret I had, loads of stuff was going through my mind as to, like I mentioned, the amount of money I paid, and more than money, it's health, right? If you can't perform your daily tasks, what good is it of having that kind of surgery done? But overall, now we're in late March 2024 now, and I'm really happy with how things turned out at the end. And look, I hope this video does kind of help you to look into ICL surgery even more. So if you were a candidate to get ICL surgery done, look into it properly. Yeah, do some research yourself. Speak to the doctors. Yeah, the normally seeing and having a consultation normally doesn't cost, and even if it does, the cost is nowhere compared to having the ICL surgery done. Feel free to ask any questions regarding ICL surgery, and yeah, hope to see you on the next one.